You ever feel like life's holding you back on purpose? Like you're stuck in this weird space between effort and reward, where you're grinding non-stop, but nothing clicks? That tension, that silence after all the work. It's not failure, it's something deeper. Now let me ask you something. What if your breakthrough hasn't happened yet because it would destroy you if it did? And what if all the waiting, the struggle, the frustration isn't punishment but protection? The answer? You're not being denied, you're being developed. You're not late, you're being lined up. See, we all crave that made-it moment, but very few are ready for what comes with it. Think about how many people hit it big fast only to collapse just as quickly, not because they didn't want it, but because they weren't prepared for the weight of it. Gaining success is one thing. Holding on to it, that takes a whole other level of maturity. Look around. How many times have you seen overnight wins turn into disasters? Fast fame that fades, quick riches that vanish. It's not luck running out, it's character never built. No roots, no growth, no foundation, no future. The truth? The season you're in right now, where things feel slow, where progress seems invisible, that's not wasted time. That's where the real work happens. It's where you learn control, patience, discipline. It's where your instincts sharpen, your judgment matures, and your resilience grows. Think about elite athletes. Before they compete, they're broken down, trained relentlessly, and rebuilt stronger. Why? Because when the pressure hits, there's no time to flinch. You either perform or you fall. The same goes for you. Right now, you're not being punished. You're being shaped. Every challenge is designed to stretch you. Every delay is a lesson, and every disappointment is refining who you are. But the catch is this. Most people tap out before the transformation's complete. They confuse silence for absence, delay for denial. They stop halfway up the mountain, never knowing how close they were to the summit. But you're not most people. Are you? You're not just chasing results. You're becoming someone who can carry them without crumbling. And that's the difference between temporary wins and lasting legacy. What if this waiting season isn't a punishment, but strategy? What if every not yet you've heard was actually a, hold on, I'm working? You keep thinking something's being withheld from you, but maybe it's being saved for the right time. See, what feels like a delay is actually a buildup. You're not being sidelined, you're being shaped. This isn't about holding you back, it's about seeing how bad you want it. Can you push forward when nothing is going your way? Can you stay focused when everything inside you wants to quit? Most people can't. They hit a wall, and instead of climbing over it, they turn around. They assume the dream is dead, not realizing it was just around the corner. That's how fear works. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It plants quiet doubts. It convinces people to settle before they see what was waiting for them on the other side. But you're not most people. You're built different. You've got it in you to keep showing up, even when nothing's changing. To keep pushing, even when the reward feels invisible. Because deep down, you know the truth. This is the test. This is the proving ground. And if you walk away now, you lose more than an opportunity. You lose the growth, the grit, the power you would have gained in the process. This isn't just about getting to the finish line. It's about becoming the person strong enough to stay there. Ever seen someone skip the hard part, take a shortcut, and end up worse off? That's what happens when the prize comes before the preparation. It crumbles, it vanishes, because they were never ready to hold what they were chasing. And that's not going to be you. You're being stretched for a reason, because when your moment comes, it's not just about getting there. It's about being able to keep it, carry it, and grow from it. That takes endurance. That takes trust. So don't quit now. Don't stop just because it's tough. Every obstacle you're facing is making you stronger, smarter, more focused. You're not losing time. You're gaining strength. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize the delay wasn't the enemy. It was the answer. Picture a fighter stepping into the arena. You think he just shows up with raw talent and wins? No way. He spent months, years, training, failing, sweating, hurting. He learns how to take hits before he learns how to deliver them. Why? because untested strength breaks under pressure. That's exactly where you are. Right now, you're not in a losing season. You're in a strengthening one. Every tough moment is your training. Every obstacle, a chance to level up. But if you check out now, if you walk away before the preparation's finished, you throw away what was meant to transform you. And here's the thing, regret doesn't hit when you fail. It hits when you quit before the finish line. It hits when you realize you traded your future for comfort. When you realize you let fear shrink your destiny. But you're not built to fold. You've come too far to stop now. Tomorrow, you wake up and move like a man who knows he's getting there. You stop second-guessing the timing. You act like the outcome is guaranteed, because when you believe that, your actions follow. That's real faith. Not just hoping, but knowing, trusting, that every setback is a setup, that your current storm is carving out the strength you'll need for later. When that day finally comes and things fall into place, you'll get it. You'll see that none of it was wasted, because success isn't just about what you get, it's about who you become. So here's the question, will you lean into the process, or let doubt steal what's meant for you? Because here's the truth, if God wanted to hand it to you easy, He would've. But He knows easy doesn't last, and He's not interested in giving you something you'll drop the second pressure hits. The ones who endure, they're not built on luck. They're built on discipline, on struggle, on hard-earned wisdom. And that wisdom only comes through fire. You can't fake strength. You can't shortcut character. You want to hold the weight of real success? Then earn it, because if you're not ready for it, it won't stay. And if you're still in the storm, it's not because you're forgotten, it's because you're being forged. The goal isn't just to win, the goal is to never lose again. Ever notice how the ones who got everything fast usually lose it just as fast? Athletes with million-dollar contracts bankrupt in a few years. Celebrities with fame and fortune gone too soon. People who looked like they had it all, until it all slipped away. That's not bad luck, that's a lack of preparation. They skipped the hard part. They never built the grit to carry what they were given, and that's what you're being protected from. See, this struggle you're in, right? Now it's not punishment, it's insulation. It's God saying, I won't let you crash like that. He's holding back the blessing so you're strong enough to hold on to it when it finally lands. And yeah, that means it might take longer. It might feel unfair. But God isn't interested in comfort. He's building strength. And this is the moment that separates people. The place where most fall off. Not because they couldn't make it, but because they quit too soon. Do you know how many people stop right before the breakthrough? One more push and they would have had it. One more season and everything would have changed. But they gave in to doubt. They gave up right before the door opened. Don't be one of them. Don't let impatience rob you of something that's already yours. Don't walk away from a future just because it didn't arrive on your timeline. God never promised smooth roads, but He did say, if you don't stop, you'll win. The question is, when it's silent, when it's tough, when nobody sees the effort, will you keep going? Because that's what this is really about. It's not just about having dreams. It's about becoming someone who can carry the dream when it becomes real. Discipline when no one's watching. Focus when everything's falling apart. Strength when quitting feels easier. This moment right here, it's where your future's decided. Are you going to bow to fear or rise into the person God is shaping you to be? Because here's the reality. He doesn't need your understanding. He needs your trust. The process isn't random. It's calculated. It's precise. And the minute you stop asking, why isn't it happening yet? And start asking, what? Am I becoming through this? Everything shifts. That's the real win. That's the path to lasting greatness. That's why the fire comes first. Because without pressure, you don't develop the strength to stand. Look at history. Moses didn't walk straight into leadership. He wandered for 4 decades. Joseph didn't wake up in a palace. He survived slavery and prison first. Even David, chosen as a child, faced betrayal, battles, and years of waiting before wearing the crown. Why does God do it that way? Because power without preparation is destruction. And if you're still in the waiting room, it's not because He forgot you. It's because he's still sharpening you. The only real loss is quitting. Not the delay, not the silence, not the struggle, but giving up on something that was already yours, something God had set aside for you. You just weren't ready to carry it yet. The real test isn't, can you handle the blessing? The test is, can you keep going when nothing around you looks like it's working? Can you stay focused when your emotions are screaming to give up? Can you stay faithful when the finish line is invisible? Because if you can, that's when everything shifts. God's never off schedule. He's never unsure. He sees it all, beginning to end. And even when you feel stuck in one frame, He's already written the whole story. Trust that. Trust Him. So ask yourself, are you going to stay trapped in frustration? Or are you going to wake up tomorrow and say, God, I don't get it all, but I trust you anyway. I'll keep building. I'll keep showing up. I'll keep believing. Because that's the moment the struggle stops being a wall and becomes your launch pad. Winners don't run from the work. They lean into it. They understand that greatness isn't handed out. It's earned through resistance, patience, and total trust. And if you can live that way, if you can keep walking even in the dark, there's a day coming when it all makes sense. And when that day arrives, you won't just have success. You'll become the person who was always meant to carry it. Now, if this hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Tap the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We've got more truth, more real talk, and more fuel coming your way. Stay locked in. Your time is coming.